What's up, guys? Welcome to Rice and Beans. Jester and Big O are in the house. What's up, man?
What's up? How you doing, my man?
Good. I'm still here. I'm glad to see you're still out there too. And we didn't get an involuntary trip to Mexico.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I'm planning a trip out there. If you don't hear from me in about, I don't know, a month or so, call the police, the real police.
why are they gonna take you back anyways?
Yeah,
Oh,
so traveling's expensive nowadays. Gas price actually gone down here, but still traveling is expensive. That's why I called ICE on myself so I could get down there for free.
hey, work smarter, not harder.
Oh shit, I think they're here already.
My green limo is here.
I want ice in my coffee.
You get in the back. Oh, home, James.
How the fuck did that nice again know my name was James?
It was funny because there was a couple of people that I text just to make sure I hadn't heard from them in a couple of weeks. I'm like, hey, just texting you to make sure you're still here. It's been a
Wellness
couple of
check.
weeks. Been watching the news. Just want to make sure they didn't pick you up.
Oh, on my end, I'd be calling a few of my friends going, "Hey, just calling to make sure that they picked you up. I hate your ass."
I sent you a green limo and I got you a free cruise to Mexico.
They give out $1,000 for anybody that you find out there for them, and I turned in your name. So yeah, you're welcome. That's a gift that just keeps on giving. You know how it is.
It is. And yeah, so a couple of people I won't say it was super worried, but I just kind of had that little hint of like, you know, like maybe
That one Mexican uncle.
okay, yeah. So yeah, I dropped a couple of people. Are you still there notes? And not just brown people. There,
White
there
people that look brown.
there was some Asian people on there too that I was like, they didn't put you back on the boat, did they? Turn you back, send you back the other way.
They're on the boat going, what the fuck?
I was like, this shit again? But like
I
they're
came
not
over to finish your railroads and you sent me back.
like they're not they're they're not deporting like black people that came over here against their will.
Yeah, I don't think they want to go back to Africa.
You're right.
Oh man, what about did you go to see a baseball game this weekend? This over the
I
week
did
or
not.
weekend?
I'm gonna go on the 4th of July though. Hopefully all the ice trucks are out of the parking lot by the time I get there.
I don't know. You may have extra ice in your next cup.
I'm going with a white person, so hopefully that'll help.
That will not help. They'll separate you too. No, he's my lover.
But yeah, that's crazy. Like they just posted up, and uh, the odds that they would get at least a few were pretty high. So
Yeah, it's like catching a bunch of fish. You're gonna have to catch or release some of them, and those were U.S. citizens. But they did catch a lot of immigrants too at the Dodger Stadium because Mexicans love L.A. Dodgers. What can you say?
right, all the hot dog vendors they got snatched up real quick. They just started at the bottom of the hill and they fucking went up like, yeah, just yeah, all right, there we go, them.
Then you got a couple of those immigrants that got smuggled in, smuggling hot dogs. The
Yeah.
hopos. Yeah, but yeah, it was a whole thing out there in LA. I'm just, glad I wasn't there, but kind of sad that I wasn't there reporting for our group there. But yeah, there was a bunch of ICE agents capturing, immigrants over there, supposedly US or illegal immigrants, I should say, and then catching some US citizens too in the effect as well. Fucking
No,
nuts, man.
yeah, and I like how their fucking attitude is like, oh, my bad, you can go.
Not even my bad. They throw them in prison, detain them. They don't have arrests on them, and so it's a legal detainment, and they get no harm, no foul on them. And on top of that, if they're really doing their job, why are they covering their face? Are they that scared? Do they think MS-13 is gonna provide an attack back on them? I doubt they're calling catching anybody from illegal drug gangs back there.
Maybe they're still fucking shell shocked from COVID.
They're protecting the people from their COVIDity.
You know how the darkies do. They're kind of dirty.
That's true. I was a little more hollow when I was a little kid, so I know.
Hmm.
I had Circle K feet. I know what that was like.
And they stink.
Kind of unlike that woman we saw over by the dojo that one day.
Right? There's a bunch of crazy out there. How come they're not shipping her off
I
somewhere?
know. Well,
They want
she did maintain a good bush. I just, she was just full naked.
to. Yeah, you never know what you're gonna see over here. It's never a dull moment. I will say that for this place.
But the good news about this whole situation that happened at Dodger Stadium is the LA Dodgers don't condone what had happened, and so they're setting up $1 million marker to help a foundation for immigrant families, that are caught in this process to, hopefully make it a little bit better. But what can you do to make this better? It's shocking for kids and for parents in the same. They're shell shocked about the whole situation, and they're going to be, you know the bad taste in their mouth for years to come about this shit.
Yeah, like fucking wonder how long it's gonna be before motherfuckers are gonna start Anne Franking it, Like gonna fucking another diary coming out soon, volume two, uh
Well, we do have coyotes.
West Coast edition.
Well, I do have a little background on this. My family came over from Mexico. They got green cards and visas, and they worked it out in the system, man. They were able to get their citizenship over time and did the process properly. And a lot of these people that they're supposedly illegal, they're actually good people working. I don't understand why the government doesn't work in their favor to try to help them speed along to make them citizens to keep the valued people.
Yeah, and it's like he was willing to sell green cards to like that or gold cards and not green cards, gold cards, right? Did you hear about that shit?
The white man's card.
The fast track to citizenship. You paid for it and you paid a lot of money for it. And if you could afford it, then you could be a citizen quicker. And it was
Yeah,
a
because
gold
how many
card.
multi-million millionaire immigrants do you see, right?
Like how if they have money where they're at and they're fucking balling where they're at, why would they want to live here?
Exactly. Makes no sense. They should be making it so much easier for the people that are valued to stay here. I believe that wholeheartedly. But on the other note, like I said, my family came over here and did it the right way. And what's so hard about other people trying to do it the right way as well, in my mind?
I don't know. Yeah, a lot of people do it. And it's just like, why shortcut it? Like the money's still gonna be there when you do it the right way, and then they're not gonna fuck with you.
Yeah, but it is kind of good to read that the Dodgers people are willing to, put $1 million into the help the families of the legal detainees, in this type of situation, because it is heartbreaking, heart riveting for a lot of people going through this process.
Plus, like that's half their staff if the fucking ice was to come in the stadium. So like that's a mean shortage of workers real fast. Like I'd be out for my vested interest too.
In a separate note, ICE raided a PetSmart in Bakersfield where my niece works, and they confiscated 15 chihuahuas.
What I'm not that it matters to me, but like I'm surprised they haven't started hitting the fucking the weed shops.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like you,
Because
yeah, you only need a driver's license to get in there.
yeah, Mexicans grow good weed too.
The Bisa bars, there's all
Yeah.
kinds. Like,
Yeah, man. They, front of Home Depot, every Panda Express.
oh, they
You're,
hit the Home Depot over here by my house.
oh, they did?
Yeah, it made the news and the swap meet, the Santa Fe Springs swap meet.
Oh, fuckers. God
Th
dang it.
there was some dude that saw the ice trucks on his way in, and they were
No,
like all
that's
parked.
ice cream trucks.
Yeah. He's on his way in. He works there, right? He's got a booth, and so he sees them like a few miles out, and he's like, "There's a bunch of them all parked around." And so he was going through like booth to booth, telling people, "Hey, ICE is fucking down the street. Get the fuck out."
Hmm.
And so then the fucking swap meet manager stops him and is like, "Hey, you can't be telling people like that, ICE is coming, and you got to stop doing that." And so he was like, "Okay, yeah," and they still did, more.
Good.
But it was the swap meet manager that fucking called ICE.
Oh, God, man. That motherfucker.
The one that was like, "Hey, you can't be doing that." It's all like, "Ooh, I bet you he tried to fucking, hey, I need more money this month." And oh no, you guys are gonna fork out more money? All right, just fucking ice. Hello.
All right, everybody, you heard it right here. Rice and Beans podcast. Go to that swap meet and don't go in. Just stand out and protest. And everyone that's selling goods, go find a different swap meet. This is not the place to be.
I wonder like how they're gonna like how the fuck are they gonna stay open? Like if all the like a bunch of people that work there and have booths there are fucking no longer here.
Well, the thing is, how are they going to be selling anything? Because now the booths are going to be taken up by people that are going to be selling other things that cost way too much money. It's going to be a millionaire swap meet.
Right? Ain't nobody
Nobody's
going to
going to
that
buy
shit.
nothing.
Ain't nobody going to that shit. That's like going to the mall.
Yeah, I know. I remember back in the day when I went to swap meet, I get $1 bootleg version of DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. Hell, the Beastie Boys Licensed to Ill. I have these tapes, man, for $1. And you go over to the freaking Sam Goodies and you buy it for like 15, 16 bucks. I get it for $1.
And did you notice all this bullshit started when that fucking bromance with fucking Trump and Elon started to fucking fall apart?
I think so. There is some headway on that. I think basically they did that in order to save face to Elon for the situation with the whole Tesla stock dumping.
And they like that feud was crazy. Like that fucking breakup was fucking it was drama.
Yeah, it was like a TV novela.
I was like, what? Yeah, it's like watching trash TV. Like I was fucking waiting for Steve Wilkos to come in and fucking like try to sort shit out.
Yeah, no more back rubs, no more orange tint on their skins together, no more floppy yellow hair.
Yeah, what did he call it? Trump derangement or some shit like that? Like separation anxiety from him. I'm like, wow.
Makes you wonder if Elon Musk was pulling Monica Lewinsky on Trump.
Probably fucking Bill Clinton popping up now, going on. Blowjob doesn't sound so bad now, does it, fuckers?
All right, all right, all right. Looks like Elon Musk is getting the back of his throat painted.
I love those memes with Bill Clinton in the Oval Office, and it says most young people don't know that there's two people in this picture.
That was the best, man. You know what? And it's just one of those things, people do the strangest things. So I don't blame Monica Lewinsky. I think she's still looking good. But it was a whole thing, and you know that Hillary Clinton was doing shit to the side too. So come on. It's not like Bill
It
Clinton
was
was
like
getting
House of
away from murder.
Cards.
Yeah, basically. I tell you what, man, he was sniffing that cigar an awful lot of time there. It smells like poontang.
Right? And because and so now the tariff thing thankfully is going away too because the
Yeah.
fucking he got the deals that he wanted and it was so I guess I had to ask I was, what why here today gone tomorrow kind of thing.
Hmm.
And so like I guess the answer was because there were countries that were like, nah, we're not doing Starlink. And so then tariffs all of a sudden, you know what? Let me take a look at that Starlink contract again.
Yeah, exactly. There was not only the Starlink contract, but it was also the GDP and everything that was associated with the goods and services that were going back across in and out of the US and other countries. This whole thing where tariffs should have worked, it should have been happening back in the 80s. It should have never happened at this point. If it is happening at this point, it shouldn't have been as bad as what Trump had laid out. It should have been a slowly excised situation where everybody was brought into the mix and worked out properly so it's on a even
Right,
level.
right. Like pace yourself, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like fucking like all in at once. I'm like,
Man, you've been in a concentration camp forever. You don't go horfing down a big steak. You got to take a little nibble here and there before you get acclimated to eating food again.
yeah, exactly. Then it go from bamboo shoots to fucking prime rib and fucking in a day.
And then your throat goat and hot dogs. I mean, come on.
But yeah, man, I tripped out because the fucking their breakup fucking broke the internet. Like it really was like watching trash TV.
Did you cry when they broke up? Tell the truth.
I was laughing. I was rooting for them to break up the whole time.
I was watching the whole debacle on TV, and I was eating this banana, starting at the bananas and working my way up. It was just one of those situations, I felt so bad and dirty.
So yeah, and so now let's see what happens. Like fucking dumped all the Doge fucking coin stock that fucking at the right time.
Yeah, Doja Cat ain't gonna like that.
Yeah. And then I guess we're fucking World War Three's getting going now.
I call it World War 2.5.
Fucking I hate reboots.
Yeah, I mean, when's the last reboot I liked? I kind of liked what was it, Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo, but I don't know if this is gonna work out like that because that hot Latin mommy dancing for Turbo, that really did the job for me back in the day.
That was a good seed.
Yeah, but US provided those attacks in Iran last night or the night before, whichever it was, took out some of the nuclear sites, some of the underground bunker entry points. They blasted those doors closed and then did some damage up top on surface strikes and working in line with Israel attacks too. So it's fucking nuts, man. And they were unwarranted, uncalled for attacks by the US to Iranian government. Whether or not we were helping Israel at that point, it's a matter of us jumping in where we shouldn't have jumped in.
Could we just send them some food or some shit? Like send some matzo ball soup. Like I don't know, like something. But like yeah, I agree. Like what the fuck? Like there's other ways to support them, but without doing that shit.
Yeah. Well, I was in Israel for work last year, the year before, and there was some missile attacks near my hotel. So, I have a lot of good friends over there in Israel right now, and it's just one of those situations where, you could be on the side of, with Palestine and everything, but you also got to understand what both groups are doing to each other and, the earmarks of war and what's going on in that area. It's really bad.
And I mean, it's one of those things where like that, like everybody knows there's drama over there, and it's like we go to that family member's house where you know there's drama at family parties, and there's like either somebody gets into a fight or there's an argument, and you still go over there anyways. Like that's what this kind of seemed like. Like you already know that there's fucking drama there. Like why can't you let like whether you go there or not, they're gonna be fucking fighting or like carrying on. Like let them like. Why get involved in every fucking little fucking fight, every little fucking spat? Like,
Yeah, it's just like Christmas dinner with the Mexican family. Uncle Churro's going to fight with Uncle Churro. And next thing you know, there's going to be a deuce on the floor and blood everywhere and everyone fighting and everybody else.
yeah, fucking tamales flying everywhere, fucking
That that's hanging out. You're like, ooh, I never realized my aunt had good titties.
tortillas flying through the air like ninja stars, like it,
Yeah, that tortilla challenge with water in the face is nothing compared to a Mexican family fight.
right, and it just like, and I'm guessing like other people are gonna fucking start jumping on bandwagons, just like fucking back in the day when they started jumping on bandwagons, and
hmm
so.
Well, Palestine's or not Palestine, I'm sorry. Pakistan's already come out stating that they support Iran and they will be sending armament over there to help them out. So, and then Russia's basically stated they're going to be sending some missiles over there too. I don't know, man. It's a scary situation that's going to get hyped up and be a lot worse before it gets any better.
And fucking Iraq's in the middle, like, can't we all just get along?
Think about Kuwait too. Going, what the fuck, not again?
Right?
Yeah, it's just a whole fucking shit situation. Nobody's using their brains. Everybody wants to kill everybody. And eventually someone's going to win. Everyone's going to kill everybody.
Pretty much, dude. Like I say, World War III is getting ready to pop off. Like, it's just this fucking whole shit now. Like, people are gonna be jumping in, and I wonder, like, now starting to wonder like who Canada and fucking Mexico are gonna back.
And then on top of all this, hoodlum bullshit, south of the corner type crap, you got Russia, Putin stating that Ukraine was always a part of Russia. They were never a sovereign nation. So he's just keeping that shit going on top of the whole Iranian thing.
So yeah, it won't like I said, it won't be long for everybody's in the mix and
Well, it's a
like,
good thing I bought a house now because when the bank system crashes, the house will be mine.
I wonder if war bonds are going to be a thing again.
Oh, they could be. Yeah. Save up for that. War bonds. That'll work.
Right? Eh, Good enough for Gramps, good enough for me.
We're all in this one little blue ball of mass going around the sun, all breathing the same oxygen. We don't know where the nearest planet is that we can evacuate to, and we're willing to destroy everything that we stand on.
Well, I did see here's a little snippet. I did see uh like a thing earlier today, a news article saying that for the first time in history, a man-made object will be one light day away from Earth and still able to transmit signal. It takes a day to get here, but it's the farthest that anybody's gone to space. So it's been like the equivalent of going to the sun and back like 60 times or something like that.
Hmm. But just think, man, by the time you reach wherever you're going to reach, you've already lived more than a lifetime away from where you started from, your origin point. So if you were to be, let's just say cryogenically frozen and lived for however many years it took you to get to wherever you were going, whatever you knew back of where you started, like in Earth, will be dead and long gone. So what's the point?
Hmm. Well, I mean, if we look at flashback to fucking, 2 minutes ago, all the recap of what we were just talking about, I don't know, light day away doesn't
Yeah,
seem so bad.
I guess. Because this place. I wonder how many illegals we're going to bring into that planet.
Right? They imagine the space police. No, 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 no. Back to your planet of origin.
Those aliens will be calling us illegal aliens, and they're going to go, "Oh, we saw what you did over there." Wait a minute, they got ice patches on their jackets. You can't kick us out. We're valuable humans.
Why are your spaceships green?
Oh my gosh. Oh, and you brought weed. Weed is illegal here. We're going to have to shoot you. And then you're doing a Brittany Griner thing where you're like, oh, I love the US. I should have never denounced them. I'm so glad to go back home.
Bring on the MAGA hats.
Fucking Russians detaining a basketball player like this. And then,
Maybe
go
maybe if
ahead.
she was an NBA player, not a WNBA
I know, right?
player.
And that makes you wonder, the whole crux of the situation with Katy Perry and arguing with Orlando Bloom, with that blue sky origin going up, not quite into space, but into space, kind of, sort of, and how they're fighting about he's just like scoffing about, yeah, you shouldn't have talked about this or done this. This is causing too much backlash on us.
Yeah, Mr. Bloom. Yeah, science.
Science wins again.
I mean, eh, honestly, after like hearing about it, like we talked about it a little bit too. It was just like my whole take on this thing is haters gonna hate.
Well, the only take from this is if the rocket blew up and then, Bloom was on the ground going, Katie, you were a firework.
Standing there at a wall going, Katie.
That would be a Katy parody. Oh,
But I
man.
mean, like, so a rich person used some of their money to go do something that only rich people can do,
Right.
basically. What's the fucking problem?
No, no problem. But don't say that you're in outer space when you were in outer space.
That's where he draws the line. He's like, look, you can be a fucking arrogant rich bastard, but don't lie about going to space.
Yeah, I mean, or it would be another thing if Orlando Bloom was running around saying, I jumped on giant mastodons, slid down killing orcs and trolls. I was on a pirate ship for a while, and he was trying to say that being on a pirate ship is, the end all be all of everything. And look, I'm a pirate now. At least he's not doing that. They didn't even go in, they went into space, sure. They went into a portion of space, but they weren't even in the suborbit layer. So that's, if anyone doesn't know, in the stratosphere, once you get past that, you're in outer space, and the orbital level is where objects are constantly falling and missing Earth. And that's why you have objects in orbit, like satellites and whatnot. They didn't even go that high.
You know, I I think what would be funny is if fucking Bloom goes in a fucking green screen booth and just fucking puts himself in a rocket. He's like, "Oh, I'm in space. Fuck you, Katy Perry."
That'll be in the divorce proceedings. But I hope they don't get divorced because I think they're both hot. Yes, I'm saying I'd do a devil's triangle with them. What can I say? So if they want a fat Mexican and then they want to, videotape it and support all the illegal immigrants, I'm in. Just call Big O at Rice and Beans Podcast.
There'll be snippets for sale on our OnlyFans.
Believe you me, I don't want to see myself naked. You probably don't either, but if you want to,
But if you could make a buck,
hey, $20 is still $20. I don't care what anybody
right?
says.
Right. I should have bought that shirt.
Well, you didn't swallow. That's why you didn't buy it.
Because you're doing it all wrong. Uh,
Yeah, it's a law of the open road, kid. It's just been crazy, man. Since we've been off of our podcast, not doing pop-ups here and there, the world has got a lot weirder.
well, you're saying you say that again, man. Holy fuck. I start watching the news again and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like every other fucking like 2 minutes, I'm like, that what? Oh my god damn.
I mean, we're literally having dogfights with drones. When have we ever said that in our days?
I'm just blown away, man. There's yeah, I'm like, fuck. This
You know
is
what? There's enough lady boys in Thailand to give everybody a rub and tug, and that would just make a better world for everybody.
right. I mean, it when in doubt, tug it out, you know? Like it
Don't forget, you got two hands. Use them respectfully. Oh, geez, man. We just gotta learn to love each other, man. We just gotta stop all this.
I think what it is like we hadn't been putting out like new seasons and then shit got weird because if you notice if you think about the timeline whenever the fucking seasons were going on like
Yeah.
yeah Trump was acting like was acting up and running his mouth but like we weren't at war you know
Yep.
like starting to feel partly responsible for like this whole shit
Well,
but
goddamn me, you should. I mean, just look. You brought me into the podcast, and what happened to COVID? It went away.
right see it's just one of those things where we probably should get on season 8 a little bit sooner
I
and
think you're right.
do that thing, if not for us, for the good of the world, you
Yeah,
know,
I think we're the live rendition of Bill and Ted.
right?
Our stuff will bring peace to the whole world.
Rice and beans is for the children.
God gave rock and roll to you, baby. I can talk like Paul Stanley.
Well, just so you guys know, we are working on season 8, getting it ready. That way we can shoot it and we can start getting it posted. You know, everybody's been hitting us up. Like, are you guys still doing it? Are you still gonna keep going? Yes. Yes, we're gonna keep going. Life happens, but just behind the scenes, we're still at it.
Yes, sir.
and looking forward to getting it going. So
And we know all you people are eating bananas for just for the shape of it. We're there to entertain you too.
hell yeah.
Bunch of throat goat watchers. Shit.
Uh, all right, guys. Well, we are coming up on our time for the set, but we are going to be doing a few more of these. While we're working on season 8, and as soon as we are ready to start shooting season 1, we're gonna have some more, or season 1, the first episode of season 8.
Yes.
We are going to do some more behind the scenes, probably some of the threads on our Instagram and stuff like that. So be on the lookout, and we're coming soon.
Don't forget, we're going to be trying to do a Blue Chew challenge where we're going to be racing with our hands tied behind our back after eating a Blue Chew and seeing who wins by the tip. No one said anything about donkey dicks here. Calm down now.
All right, guys. Well,
So next time, don't forget the throat goat. Don't choke. Bring it on. Don't capsize the boat. Rice and beans is right at you guys.